What's up, everyone? It's Gabby Trades, and welcome back to the channel. We had CPI coming today, and yesterday we had a pullback a bit more than everyone actually expected at the time. But before we dive in, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you never miss a breakdown. All right, so inflation just basically hit its lowest point since early 2021, but that basically means that prices aren't rising as fast, and that's a good thing, right? Everyone was stressing about the new tariffs, extra taxes on imports. We all know what that is. So we're expecting for these stuff to make prices more expensive, but so far that hasn't really happened. And that's exactly what Powell was talking about, if you guys remember. He was like, yes, it's going to take a bit of time before we actually see the effects of these tariffs. Anyway, core inflation, which ignores stuff like gas and foods, is still a bit stuck, but it's not getting worse. So I guess that's also a good thing. So it's not really freaking out everyone at the moment, even though tariffs might push prices higher up later. Right now, the vibe is pretty chill. That's my feeling. People aren't panicking, and businesses haven't really started jacking up prices all across the board. The Fed, we know who the Fed is, Jay Powell. He controls basically interest rates. Now, he's probably going to keep things as they are for now. We're going to see if we're going to get a cut in June or July. This is all still to be, seen. But yeah, they're pretty much in like, let's wait and see kind of approach right now, not making any big moves, just watching to see how prices and the economy really behaves over the summer. That's, I think, pretty much it. Right? So yeah, not a major shift, but also no reason to worry right now. Good for us. All right, let's see who's here real quick. Sugar Cookie. Sugar Cookie, how's the music? Sammy's here. Rockfish, Dottie, Crypto Love is here. Borod, Hubert, and I'm missing a few of my regulars here, but that's okay. We'll give them a pass. You guys, I was so in a hurry today to make the stream. All right, good. I was super in a hurry to make the stream today because I had to be a few places. All right, you guys, you know how it works. You need to restart the chat so I can see you chatting, and then let's go on the charts and see what we're gonna do today. GB's here. Good morning, everyone. All right, great. Guys, please keep the chat active because I found out recently, as I'm still learning about YouTube as well, that if the chat box is active while I'm live, that means we're gonna get more people to see it, which is pretty cool, right? That's what we want, essentially. We want more people so we can have a bigger community, so everyone can see how talented we are, right? How talented we are. Wishing you good luck on the trading competition, Gabby. Thank you so much. That's going to be so much fun. I think it's going to be, a bit more relaxed. I just went and checked how everything is going to be set up. We're going to be trading on like demo accounts. I'm not going to be able to use any of the indicators I use. So I guess I just need to kind of like, chart beforehand on Friday and then see how it goes. Yeah, I think I'm gonna smash it. Like, I have a feeling that a lot of the people are going to punt mainly. So because there's really big traders, but these traders are algo traders, so like they have been trading manually like I do years ago, but for years now they've been just using algorithms. So I think I have an advantage in that competition because I do everything manually. So yeah, let's see how it's gonna go. I hope you activate the translation. I'm not sure what that means, Sammy, if you can explain that to me. But all right, you guys, let's quickly move in here and discuss what's happening to Bitcoin. Quickly, we have to go back again, higher time frame. Always, we do the analysis backwards as usual. We open the indicators. So let's see what's happening here. All right, well, yesterday we discussed that we traded through that 12-hour bearish fair value gap. So now essentially the 106,030 is where we need to see price go, because this is how these things work, right? This is how the fair value gaps work. If you have a body close, you tend to see the high of that candle taken. All right, so now that we've established that, 12-hour time frame. Do we really need to go on a daily? Why is my mouse bugging right now? Okay, let's go on a daily, see what's happening. Yesterday we had a nice pullback, pretty interesting candle with wicks on both sides, which is actually in fact pretty bearish, right? Because we saw on the 4-hour yesterday, we had this weekend consolidation over here, which left a lot of liquidity, and then we opened London on Monday and we put that wick on, which was pretty nice. And then we left that order block here, which we essentially traded through completely. So that means that this is what now? A breaker block. So it's really nice to see that we have that breaker block here and we have that bearish formation. And what we said yesterday, this is a sell, right? We said this is a sell. What did I say in the Discord? By the way, you guys, if you haven't liked the video, like it. And if you haven't joined Discord, join Discord, because this is where I give the daily updates. And that's when I said, if price closes below this level, which is at 104,040, this is bearish. So the signals are given to my community way in advance. Right? So we knew that this move is very probable to happen. Then what else? We have to basically establish whether that move, let's say if that move is true, how far and how deep could that retracement go, right? So then, of course, we take our fib tool and we see what sort of extension have we gotten so far, because we rejected from around -1, -1.5 level of the fib extension, which is not very deep, right? It's not very deep. Like, this is literally the first threshold here of the extension. Then you have the second threshold, the 2.25, and then you have the -4, which is like the super extended move, right? So if price goes all the way here, then we know we need to look for a retracement. If it goes all the way down here, then for sure we know that price needs to create a lower, what is that? A higher low, right? We know that for a fact. So we saw that we're like literally in the first threshold right now. So that's -1, -1.5. All right, not bad. Okay, that's very bullish. All good. All good. But we know that we're bullish because we know that we have this liquidity here at 1,600 Bitcoin 0.30. So we just wanted to basically come back down and find some support. Where did we find support? Why are the indicators not helping us today? Well, we can draw it. Fine, that's fine. We'll draw it. Well, we found support here, basically. We found support here. So this is what? A bullish fair value gap, right? On the 4-hour time frame. This is a candle from last Thursday. So we basically traded through it and we had no body closes below it. No body closes below it whatsoever. We just completely retraced. Now over here, for me personally, there was no entry because I wanted this candle to retrace a little bit more deeper. But however, I did find entries on other altcoins, and that is Link. You guys keep the chat active, please. Chat whatever. Just, I don't know. What did you eat in the morning? What did you eat in the morning? Hold on, I need to find the trade from today. Yeah. Even if you send like smiley faces only, it's gonna work, right? Because that's what we need. Okay, so I found this trade here. Now let's review this trade. And by the way, whoever is on Discord, they will know about this trade because I posted it. Let's have a look. Where did I post? Here. Last night, just before I was going to bed, I saw this really nice sweep and I said that I'm long on Chainlink. And this is not an ideal scenario actually for a long, and I'll tell you why. It was pretty clean for several reasons. First of all, the liquidity sweep was really nice, right? We had some really tap into a level here, of course, on the 15-minute time frame. I always look for stuff like that. We had a pretty nice rejection, and then I wanted to enter off on a retrace, which I managed to catch immediately. Now, why is this trade not ideal? Because I took it very late. Like it was way into the PM session. Gabby's the best. Yes, it was way into the PM session of New York, and I don't like to trade reversals in a PM session for New York because it's very unusual to get a reversal. And then on top of everything, of course, then you have the Asia session that comes in right after that and almost took me out, but no, because I know where I need to put my stop loss for that now to not to happen. And if that happened, right, then this trade is invalidated basically. So I decided, you know what, this looks like a very strong trade, so I'm just gonna keep it. And this is what happened. You know, during London, prices continuing to grind to the upside, but it's very, very slow. So over here on that stacked resistance, I've secured profits, and I don't care what happens to this trade anymore, to be fair with you. Villain is say long, but not looking good for now. So today is a very interesting day because first of all, it's news day, right? When you have news day, it's pretty much expect the unexpected, and it's also more like play the high time frame bias right now. Okay, so for me, I told you guys yesterday, but let's repeat today for those of you who weren't there yesterday. So essentially after this move to the downside, now what we've also created is a bearish order block here, right? Bearish order block. So essentially price could like either decide to range right now, which to me is a huge possibility, and I've given you guys a strategy on how you can trade ranges. Very simple. I'm gonna repeat it to you right now, so you guys know how to trade ranges if you're new here. And if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe, smash the like button. All right, cool, whatever. So anyways, we have here the previous weekly highs that were taken with the beginning of the week. So the short move is actually not out of question at all as of yet. So right now, this could play in few scenarios. Now, if I'm looking to short, I would really, really like for price at the very minimum to come and tap this breaker block here that caused the yesterday's move to the downside, right? So that is, if I'm not wrong, actually, I'm pretty sure I have a sell limit over here at the breaker block and 104,040. But as you can see, price didn't really tap to my zone, but you know, the zone is quite big. It doesn't really need to specifically tap into over there, especially when the breaker block is like this doji candle right here. Look at this candle. I'm talking about this candle, right? So it's a big 4-hour doji candle, and usually I would like to place you know, the retrace at around the order block. But to be fair, that already happened, and that happened yesterday. So for example, if something like that happens, what I would look for is for price to trade below my zone, which it happened. It had a body close below my zone, and then this candle pretty much retraced back, and then it dropped. So it already happened. Like, why do I need to look for further retracement? I don't need to, right? If I wasn't in that short, then I'm not interested anymore. I think my interest could be ignited back only if price comes a little bit higher, and that would be at around the 105,000, like around here, to retest the previous weekly high and then drop again. But then what I'd rather be playing is what we usually play when something like this develops, and that is our range strategy, right? Our range strategy. So we use our price discount tool up here, assuming that this is going to be a range. If that is a range, right, then what am I going to be looking at? First of all, I want to establish my premium and my discount points. So at any moment when price taps into my premium level, I would like to be short from. And I'll be taking my first take profit at the 0.5 and the second take profit at the 0.236, where I'll be looking to take further buys from. To play the exact same game, take profits at 0.5, 0.786. All right, so now the problem with this right now is that it doesn't look very good. Why doesn't it look good? Because the range that we're currently looking at is bearish, right? The range or price leg, range, whatever you want to call it. Range, essentially, people refer to ranges when price bounces like that, right? But you also have price range. So this is a leg, price leg with a price range. All right, so what is that leg? Well, that leg is bearish, right? That's bearish. So when you have price come back to the 0.5 and then reject from the 0.5, that means that there is going to be further downside. All right, so we don't want to see that. We don't want to take trades from the 0.5 because the 0.5 is going to indicate if price is rejecting from it, whether to the upside or to the downside. It's going to tell us that price wants to come into further price discovery, in that case to the downside, right? Because we have 0.5 and then we continue to the downside. So I don't like seeing this, right? I don't like seeing this at all. I mean, I do like it because essentially we still might come down, right? If we move that a little bit on the side and we bring back our fib tool. Well, essentially we still have, at the very minimum, like the two levels. What else do we have around here? Well, we have our 12-hour resistance and another 12-hour, support. Two of them, right? Philip Dickens is a Jewish exchange, so all the coins are kosher. Okay. What exchange are we talking about? That's so funny. All right, you guys. So that's the thing, right? I'm looking at these levels here and it matches with my medium threshold of the extension of the fib. So I'm like, you know what? And we have the 12-hour resistance here. So I'm going to be looking for price to react from these levels if that happens, right? So that's what I'm going to be looking at. All right, let's now delete everything and not get confused, because I want us also to be able to look for some trades. Actually, let's look at NASDAQ first, because that's important. All right, so the first thing that I noticed today on NASDAQ and S&P 500, so we've had the March highs here, and S&P 500 took the March highs before NASDAQ did. So that is pretty much SMT divergence that happened. Just at news. So, but news, right? So you have to wait for news to develop, and you have to see, you know, they call them data highs and data lows, right? This is the data high from today. Wait, right? You have the data high. Let's mark it like this. Actually, this will be fun. You have the data high, you have the data low, right? And what tends to happen is that usually you get one side swept of the data high, which is this candle here on the CPI data that came in. So it took the low and then it went for the high of the data. So, you know, some people trade that as well, which is absolutely fair. It is fine. The manipulation was there. Vilin Chukalov is looking to short pie or with big pump start to go lower. That actually might not be a bad call at all. Let's have a look. Do we have whiff here? For sure we have whiff, but I have so many symbols that I just need to... You know what? Screw it. Let's just... Can we look at whiff, please? All right, cool. All right, let's open some indicators here. Liquidity. What else? What else should we see? Let's look at the... No, we don't need that. Okay, we don't need that for now. First of all, higher time frame. Yeah, WIF is not my favorite coin right now, to be honest with you. But it's good to see that it hasn't dropped below its original low. That's not bad to see. So we're currently mitigating the first bearish weekly fair value gap. So it's a pretty clear mitigation into a sell zone. Up here. So yeah, not a bad call. That's on a weekly. Let's see if we've taken any liquidity and see if that is worth doing right now. Let's get rid of the sell zone for now. We saw that it's trading into a sell zone. We can see it even here. Not very hard to spot. All right, so basically it's taken that liquidity. Has it taken that liquidity? Well, it's pretty much created a double top here, right? With that, you still have some liquidity above here. That's on a daily time frame though. All right, let's focus on the liquidity that was taken. All right, cool. Yeah, so essentially if that's really a true move to the downside, you want to be on the lower time frame. Hold on one sec. I mean, it's not bad, but like, do you see these highs up here? You know, stacked equal highs. It's very likely that these would be targeted as well, in my opinion. So if that's the only move that we're gonna get, you should like treat all this as liquidity as well. So like liquidity, right? Even this would be liquidity because people are shorting already. They're placing their stop losses above here. Do you have any liquidity to the downside? Yes, you do. You have a liquidity here. You have a massive price imbalance here, right? The 4-hour bullish fair value gap imbalance that needs to be filled. You have a buy zone that's down here. You have a buy zone down here. Tiny little bugger. Okay, so essentially what you want to see here happening is, in case you want to short, right? In case you want to short, you want to see these highs taken. You want to see this high taken. You want to see this high taken. And you want to see price travel a little bit further to fill that wick here, right? You want to see a wick fill and a liquidity sweep. That would be a very good short. If you're short right now, you could be right, but in my opinion, it's a bit early. Because is there anything else? Yes, there is. Actually, oh my god, yes, there is a perfect short here. See, on a lower time frame, like sometimes you don't see it on a higher time frame, but on a lower time frame, the short is so clean right now. It's so clean. You take the high, you sweep liquidity, create a breaker block, trade below it, retrace, dump. Super clean. Okay, so let's have a look. Again, if that move is true, see, the levels just add up so perfectly. It hurts right now. It literally hurts. Okay, so see, this is the medium threshold of the fib. You have the buy zone here. This is where you want price to go to look for buys, essentially. Emmanuel, still short from yesterday, 4-hour bullish divergence, looking for the next reversal. Okay. So do you guys get what I'm saying about WIF? If you would like to participate in this short, if this move is true, it's going to be looking very, very good. But essentially, you want to see some liquidity swept. You want to see this high, swept, and then you want to dump I'll be looking for something like that. How did you determine the buy zone manually just now? So Crypto Love, I determined the buy zones by using my indicators. So you're new to my community, by the way. This is Crypto Love. She's our new community member. So I have my personal indicators that I have developed that I use. So one are my 4-hour strategy. So that's the sweep signals. Then I have the order blocks, breaker blocks. So as you can see, soon as I fair value gap, soon as I switch this on my indicator, I can see it. You can get those indicators. They're just 20 bucks a month. They're practically for free at this point if they're only 20 bucks, honestly. So all you need to do is you can find it in my links under the description box, or yeah, I think I pretty much put it every day in the comments as well. So that's how you can find it. It's really simple to find. But yeah, whoever was in that short, it is looking good, you guys. And I'll be looking for you know, first potential reversal from this side. Let's see on a higher time frame. Do we have anything else in that zone? No, but it's gonna be yes, you do have the price imbalance down here on a daily. So yeah. And in case the move continues even further down, you have the maximum threshold extension at 0.4 and another buy order block down here. So it's looking pretty good. All right, but let's not marry to any bias. Let's have a look at both scenarios. Like I said, there is more liquidity to the upside. And also, if we switch on the indicators, we can see that there is a resistance level that sits, sorry, yeah, that's resistance. That's resistance. So that will be daily resistance up here. And we have this liquidity up here, right? And we have even bigger sell zone over here. And what's good about these sell zone is that they work really well when they're in combination with an order block, right? So you pretty much are like ideal to take shorts around here, right? Around this zone, plus, right? So you have now 3 confluences. You have the resistance, you have your liquidity, and you have a sell zone up here, plus a fair value gap, which makes actually 4 confluences. So yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be in a hurry, right? I wouldn't be in a hurry. Just wait a little bit and see what happens, because we also have an inversion right here. So that could be an initiator for price to move a little bit higher. So that's why I'm not really into any like longer hold trade term, you know, stuff right now, because the market is not really ready for that yet. So that's why I scalp all the time. Oh no, you missed the pie short. Yeah, I missed yesterday a lot of shorts as well, because I was streaming. Actually, I gave out the trade live stream yesterday, but anyway. Really love your indicators, and I learned a lot on your stream. Do you have any trading videos or docs on how best to use and configure them? So Rockfish, I will create that for you guys. The thing is, I just started the channel like 2 months ago, and it's been so much work for me. So I wasn't really like able to do anything else. Like I have to manage the Discord with all the people, trade at the same time, manage my socials. It's just so much work. Like to stream is not easy. It's not just like me putting on the camera. I have to put on like 3 lights. I have to, you know, deal with different, you know, operational systems and stuff like that. It's a lot. You know, thumbnails. It's just, so I have to basically take my time and start a mentorship for you guys. So what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna create maybe a package of like 10 videos for you guys with my main strategies and everything, and then we're gonna start a mentorship where I'm gonna teach you live, like for a certain period of time every day. We're gonna have sessions privately with the group of traders, and then that's how you will understand the concepts. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make the videos first on teaching you the concepts, the basic concepts on their own, and then I will combine everything and show you how you can use all these tools together looking at price. All right, so let's have a look right now and see what's happening here. And do your nails as well. Yes, if you notice, I haven't done my nails. My nails haven't been done for the first time in probably the last 5 years of my life. I do my nails constantly, but now I stopped because I simply don't have time, and I'm getting used to my nails not being done. It's terrible. Don't know what to tell you. All right, so for me, this is quite an important level, actually. We've taken the March highs. I'm talking NASDAQ right now. All right, so where are we in NASDAQ? We're trading in this bearish leg right now for NASDAQ, and we've just retraced to the 0.786. So from here, there needs to be some sort of retracement. We're reaching down, we're reaching up to this sell zone, very big weekly sell zone. So I'm expecting for price to kind of like come a little bit more up and then start exhausting, because if that doesn't happen, that will be a very unhealthy leg, if you know what I mean. It will be a very unhealthy leg. It needs to retrace to at least the 0.5. If it wants to make new all-time highs, it needs to come back to retest at least the 20k area. Well, not really. It needs to come a little bit lower, but that will be healthy, right? A retrace and then new all-time high. That will be very healthy. Now we have this gap here, so at least we know that if it starts retracing, we're at the very minimum going to come down here to the 20,300, so it's not too bad. And then we have the daily support at the 20,000 level precisely. And also we have this breaker block here as well. So it's all looking in our favor for soon to get a local top on Bitcoin and also on the equities. So we can play a bit more with price. Although there is lots to do with price right now as well. Let's see how is the move today. Let's see if we can see anything. I like to look on a 4-hour time frame to start with. Absolutely no imbalances with that move to the upside. We barely reached to the breaker block. This looks like a sell to me, to be honest with you guys. On a 1-hour time frame, we are okay. We have just tapped into a buy zone. If you see the green light here, and then it's not really light, whatever it is, I don't care. And then we have we are mitigating right now a 1-hour bullish fair value gap. Let's see what else are we seeing. Another massive imbalance here on the bearish side. That did we close above it? Did we not close above it? Let's evaluate real quick. Yes, we did close above it. So essentially we should be looking for higher prices up here until at least the 104,300. All right, so it seems like it's a buy for now, but that's not enough price data for me. Let's see what else are we seeing on the 30-minute. First of all, let's evaluate the time. Okay, we're like 1 hour in the session. This is UK pretty bullish. electronic trading hour consolidation, and then US comes up into, so to be fair, this was the short here. This was the short right here. After this liquidity sweep, this was the short. I would have put my position somewhere here with a stop loss above the wick. I wouldn't have taken 1 to 6. I would have taken 1 to 2, max 1 to 3, up to these support levels. So unfortunately, this is the time right before I come on stream. It is so annoying. So annoying, you guys. I swear. This is just... Oh. Okay, fine. Let's not choke right now. Do you like my horsey pin? I got it from the Crypto Polo. Okay, so basically this was the short, and I'm going to tell you why this was the short. So first of all, we were trading in this high time frame imbalance over here. We've generated liquidity. We've taken the liquidity with this wick. This is pretty much the weekend scenario, right? You have price consolidate. Well, it wasn't consolidating like the weekend, but you make the equal highs here, 2 equal highs. You take them with this wick, and then you are just looking for a retracement in a discount zone, and you just enter short for your life, a full margin. This is perfect short, absolutely perfect, but it's so scary to take. So what I do is I place limit orders, because if you look at price coming up almost to your liquidation point is so scary, right? You'll just go ahead and close the position because you'll be like literally teeting your pants, if you know what I mean. But yeah, limit order in a discount zone, sell, very clear sell, very clear sell. You can take profits, you can leave a run RC. It's you would have taken a 1 to 6. That's crazy. Yeah, so that's for all the people that are not streaming and would really like to trade like me and can afford to do so. This is a very... Yeah, I know the horsey pin is so cute. I have one more in rose gold. So yeah, but let's not discourage ourselves, right? Be like, okay, this is the trade, like, oh damn, I missed the trade, there's no more trades. No, it's not how it is. In fact, this is looking like a buy right now. This is looking like a buy, but what we want to do is we want to generate a bit more liquidity here, right, on a 15-minute time frame, and you want to see a candle that comes down within that liquidity, and then you do the exact same thing. Right, you do the exact same thing. Stop loss below here, and then you're targeting 1 to 2, or you're targeting this resistance, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna come up to take this high at the very minimum up here. So that's something that's looking like it might be really happening right now. But because yeah, to be fair, we are trading in an imbalance. There is lots of liquidity here at the highs left. Yeah, it is scary, but also you have to have some sort of generated liquidity to take a position. Do you know what I mean? Like, you can't just be taking a position and then thinking, oh, why did I get liquidated? Well, maybe you were the liquidity at that point. Yeah, it's looking all right for now. We had a nice triangular liquidity formation here, again using my indicators. If you guys want them, you can get them. They're just 20 bucks. I constantly run discounts on Discord, so if you're not in Discord, join Discord, because A is for free, B is I send all my trades off there, C is you can get discounts on the indicators and all that stuff. Maybe I'll give you a discount for my birthday this month. Why not? Giving you a gift. But anyways, yeah, so generally generally, Bitcoin is quite bearish with that move. So what I'd like to do is pretty much only find scalps because nothing else is really pretty much secure right now. So that would have been that could be a scalp that I just showed you now. What else do I want to see? Let's look at Nasdaq. Oh no, Nasdaq is going into the sell zone. Oh no, creeper. Okay, so because Nasdaq is going into the sell zone and it is pretty well within a premium range, I think tomorrow would be a good time to start selling equities. So I might get a funded account actually, because sorry guys, but I'm done with you. I will get a funded account and I will try to pass it live with you guys so we can catch some trades tomorrow. I think it might be a short, although you know, we still have to be mindful of something, and that is the daily liquidity. Where are you, daily liquidity? Oh yes, here you are. Thank you so much. So the daily liquidity is up here. So the all-time high is liquidity, but like I told you before, it is going to be a very awkward V-shaped recovery with no pullbacks whatsoever. Like, what the hell? But we already saw the early signals in that, right? The early signals in that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 consecutive bullish candles on Nasdaq. You guys realize that hasn't happened in 20 years. That hasn't happened in 20 years. And this was the year 2025. We had 9 consecutive bullish candles on Nasdaq. So the move is already quite unreasonable. All right. So it might as well. There is a saying, the market can stay unreasonable for more than what was the saying? For more that it can stay unsolvent or something like that. I bet I can find that. The market can stay unreasonable, unsolvent. I hope we find it, because I don't even know. Oh yeah. The market can remain irrational longer than you can remain solvent. Does that make sense? The market can still be irrational for a longer time, for longer than our ability to stay solvent. So the market is already irrational. This is quite irrational. And let's just assume that the market is going to continue to be irrational and just come and take our liquidity. Villain is short on R. All right, let's have a look. That's not my crypto list. One sec. Is it 1R or is it triple R? Because I have triple R here. Triple R, triple R. Oh, this thing, I'm totally not interested in trading that. Totally not interested. R weave. Oh no, I'm at the pirate chain, sorry. Oh mate, I don't know about that. Daily liquidity is pretty strong. Okay, let's go on a lower time frame, see what's up. Scalp short. Okay, that's good. Let's evaluate the scalp then. Okay. When did you short? Just now? Yep. Okay. well. All right, the 4-hour doesn't look that bad. The 4-hour doesn't look that bad. It is rejecting from resistance. So you actually might be onto something. You've taken internal liquidity here, so that's not bad with that 4-hour candle. But if that's the case, again, I would wait for the short. I think the short is a little premature in my opinion. I'm gonna look at the 1 minute time frame. I don't know which time frame. It's a DGen short. Okay, that makes sense. Because let's say if I was interested to short this, and let's say I'm looking at this liquidity here, and I say, okay, this is internal liquidity. The 4-hour candle swept the internal liquidity and tapped into a zone of resistance up here. In an overall bearish trend or a move that's supposed to be bearish. So what I would want to see is more price data, other 4-hour candles that close, but we can also look at the 15-minute. So see on the 15-minute, yes, equal highs up here. Again, another zone for us here, right? Just here, that zone, just below it. Do you see the two equal highs? Let's zoom in. Do you see the two equal highs here? Hi, Peter. How are you? So two equal highs here. Do you see that zone of resistance on top of it? Price wicks through it. This is pretty cool. Short, actually. Again, too much of a high risk for me. Why? Because I'd be waiting for liquidity to be generated within that wick, because I'm looking for these wicks to get filled. Do you see my point? You should treat wicks as imbalances as well. So you want to see price fill that wick to some extent. All right. This song is repeating so many times. Can we change it? This too, but this one's a bit more. This one I can manage. So what I'd like to see is, I want to see this. I want to see this candle to the downside. I really want to see that. I want to see that liquidity generate that liquidity. And then I want to see price come up, take that liquidity. And then I'm like, yes, this is my time. All the early shorts are destroyed. Now it's my time to come in and claim that move. Claim that move for good amount. So this is the safest approach I would take, but of course you don't need to take my safe approaches, right? You can just short, and a lot of people do that, but then you would find yourself that you lose a bit more than you want to. But again, depends on the size. If you have big size and you're like trading with huge size, and you're like you get, I don't know, a 50-point move, and you're like, this is amazing, right? So I'm up $5,000 on a scalp. I don't need more. You can close 80% and leave 20%. Thank you. Yes, I'm doing all right. It's not that intense right now, to be honest. It was way better for me back in November. The trading back in November was way better than right now, but that's fine. We're gonna get our good trades. Scalping right now works pretty well for me. So yeah, you could short from here. I could be absolutely about it, because again, we have traded below breaker block here. We've taken liquidity. All the boxes are checked in, right? We have liquidity. We have resistance. We've tapped into it. We've closed below a breaker block. Well, right, even if you trade only by the breaker block, you have a perfect short position with this upward candle. On this retrace, you should be short pretty much if you're trading only that strategy, right? So yeah, now let's see how big the move could be. Congratulations to Villain for this great catch. So Villain, of course, you want to be taking profits around the medium threshold of that move. ideally you want it to drop down to the 2, so that's $7.65, but you want to be safe and you want to start cutting at 7.84, leave runners for 2 minus 2.5, and of course even further down in case things get really nasty. He's looking at 7.8, which is pretty reasonable. But again, I'll be trading this a bit more safer, so I'll be looking for liquidity sweep, internal liquidity sweep within that move. Right, internal liquidity sweep, so then I can go short. There is a 5-minute lag between the time we type and you see our comments. That's so weird. 5-minute lag? Are you for real? Like actual 5 minutes, or is it like 50 seconds? Oh, 30 seconds. All right, that's not too bad. Yeah, there needs to be a lag because we're live, you guys. There is no other way. Let's go back to Bitcoin. See if we can catch something today. All right, here's the long pretty much right now that I just spoke about. Remember 10 minutes ago, what did I say? I'm gonna make an order here, put my stop loss down here, and aim for this high. So the position is pretty much tagged. So this is it. Does that make sense, you guys? That was the plan 5 minutes ago, right? Because we said we're trading into an imbalance. We're trading into an imbalance. We have a sweep of liquidity. So essentially what you want to see is a move up. You're going to be experts on these things, you guys. Do not worry. You'll be the scalping kings and queens. Pretty cool trade in my opinion. Might extend profits up to that. It feels like 5 minutes. Oh, it's so funny. All right, you guys. Well, I think we need to call it a day because we've been 50 minutes in. Pretty much my longest stream so far, but we have a few new people here, so I'm very excited. If you haven't liked the video, please, you guys, go ahead and like it. All right, sugar cookie. Go ahead and like the video if you haven't. I am truly honored to have you here with me live every day, and hopefully you're learning. A lot of people are telling me that they're learning a lot, and that's absolutely great to hear. I try my best to be live with you guys every day, even when I'm so busy and I have to do something else in my life rather than just sitting on the screen all day. I try and make my best to be with you all the time. So thank you guys so much for being here, and I will see you on the next one, which is tomorrow, right? Thank you. I'll see you guys tomorrow.